Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yeah, we're going to have a good one this evening. While you guys coming on in, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. This is the hottest show on YouTube. Right? We are almost at 10,000 subscribers because of you guys' support. Right? And if you're watching this on the playback, make sure you guys hype this video, share it with a friend, and let's get this message out there in the algorithm. Let's talk about this double agent, Charleston White, right? Charleston White had a lot of things to say about the Karmelo Anthony's family in the last couple of days, talking about how he withdrew his support from the Anthony's family because the father is weak, right? He said the father is weak. He don't want to die. He don't want to unalive. He don't want to go to jail on the behalf of his son. Which is ironic, which is crazy. And this man is fighting the justice system right now. But like I said, the biggest mistake that the Anthony family could have made was associating themselves with this guy. What's up, Black Raps? Salute to the chat. While you guys coming on in, smash that like button. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Brandon. Let's get it, family. Oh, yeah, we about to cook up. We about to cook this clown right here. And to all you Charleston White supporters that was out there say, Charleston White said he was going to support the Anthony's family. Charleston White got the Anthony's family best interests at heart. Okay, we going to see. Let's see. Right? Absolutely. Charleston White set this family up for failure. And we're going to talk about that. Right? Because he's an agent. He's an agent of chaos. And Charleston White is the type of person that when you're trying to build, right, with the family, he's a type to try to come in and sneak in and cause chaos and destruction and go over there and tell our enemy what we got going on. That's Charleston White. But salute to the family. Salute to the chat. Enough of the talking. Let's get into it. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member of the channel to show you guys the support. I would gladly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
It's called content. I gotta make content over here for the Karmelo fellas. Then I gotta make content over here for the mid-cap fans. Then I gotta make content for the hate racist heart people. So I gotta make something for everybody.
You know how out of touch with reality you gotta be to think that this situation with Karmelo and is something that's content?
Crazy, bro.
That man just showed y'all, dog. For anybody who said he for black people, he just showed y'all.
And there's a lot of people out here saying that shit. Let me play this shit back because Charleston White think this a game, and Karmelo Anthony got his life on the line right now. He think playing around with the Anthony's family is a game and it's for content. Check this out.
It's called content. I gotta make content over here for the Karmelo fellas. Then I gotta make content over here for the mid-cap fans. Then I gotta make content for the hate racist heart people. So I gotta make something for everybody.
You know how out of touch with reality you gotta be to think that this situation with Karmelo and is something that's content?
Clown.
That man just showed y'all, dog. For anybody who said he for black people, he just showed y'all. For all y'all who think this man about something, this man just admitted his whole everything to y'all. He feel y'all that foolish that he could just come out here and just let y'all know, I'm playing everybody.
He don't know what he want to do. I make something for everybody. I say Karmelo, I said Jeff, I make something for everybody.
And you still got them people that support him. You know why? Because they not supporting him. The black people supporting the self-hatred.
Yep. Just like the people that support Anton Daniels. Think about the black people that support Anton Daniels, and he go on his platform every day talking about how degenerate black people is, degrading black people. Think about how stupid you is to got to sit there as a black person and listen to Anton Daniels degrade you every single day because he's not intelligent. He don't create content of his own. He just find black degenerate porn out here on the internet and react to it to feed it to you low IQ idiots out there and his racist audience. And that's the same thing that Charleston White do. Talking about I gotta feed the people that like Karmelo. I gotta feed the people that like Austin. I gotta feed the haters. This is a game to him.
Shit, bro, it's a sad day to see how many black people are ashamed to be black, bro. For anybody who think joking about Karmelo Anthony, like, I don't think that's a situation you play about. Even the people who rock with Charleston, y'all should be looking at him crazy. Because we all know internet from real life. This is a serious situation.
Appreciate that, Black Raps.
And this man is so far removed from reality, he think this a joke.
My views go up, my engagement go up. And if I just stayed over here with Karmelo, I'm gonna news people. Aiden Ross hates Charleston, he's a murderer. I can't have Aiden mad at me, that's my nephew.
You set them people up, bro.
So he said that he can't just sit over there and support Karmelo Anthony because he is going to make the racist Aiden Ross mad, right? Because Aiden Ross funds Charleston White. He funds Charleston White. So Charleston White is going to listen to what the white man say, the white boy say. So what that tells you, he was never genuine from the start. He got around that family to set them up. Because when this story first broke, Charleston White was the first person to come online and say that Karmelo should go to jail for the rest of his life for bringing a weapon to school. And then all of a sudden he changed his sentiment when he got around the father and he seen the video. And then he said, okay, I'm going to support the family. Talking about that he raising $1 million. He got Aiden Ross support him, which is a lie because Aiden Ross is a racist. Oh, I got $75,000 for the Karmelo Anthony for the appeal. All of that was performative for y'all to get excited. He set this family up. He told the father to believe in this all-white juror. Believe into this white lawyer. An agent. This is what an agent do when you bring them in a circle. Y'all remember the movie Sinners, right? Inviting them YT people into the juke joint. And you seen what happened.
You was already with the white people. You went over there by them people and you told them people to go with the all-white jury. You told them that. Because that's what the white people told you. See, I knew when you came from messing with the white people to going over there by them, I knew that the white people sent you to do something. You was all part of the setup.
Yep.
That what the white people told you when you was on their side first before you switched over? You act like you switched over. I told you, Charleston White only mission is to appease the white man. That's it. Anything that you think he about to do in favor of black people, y'all got to be crazy to still be believing that. How many times somebody got to deceive you after 7 years? Like, you got to be super slow to let somebody deceive you for 7 years, bro.
Crazy.
This probably the most serious thing that family ever went through, dog. Boy, you talking about soulless.
Man.
You talk about soulless? Man, who would play with a family who going through that? Like, just tell me that. I don't care how much internet you is. I don't care how much public figure you is. Like, certain things you just ain't gonna do. Like, say, bro, that man is special ed, bro. It's a thing in the Bible called Ecclesiastes. I know you don't believe in God, but it's a time for everything, Charleston, bro. Like, I think it's time for you to turn that off for a second or go to another situation. But this ain't a situation you need to be playing with, bro. You made that story up because you got them people to get the white jewelry. You trying to keep attention off of that. So now you trying to make it like the daddy all about money and all this here to try to disguise what you really did. Nah, we ain't riding against the daddy.
Yeah, that's what they trying to do. They trying to divide us by trying to make up false narratives and a fake story around the family, that the family is greedy. All they want is money, right? They ran off with the money. They did this, they did that. Black people is repeating the same shit that the YT community is doing to get their money froze in the GoFundMe. Because they want us to turn against the father. They want us to turn against Karmelo because they know how strong and powerful we are when we come together as one and support this family. So that what Charleston White was seeing, he was sent to set this family up. Talking about, oh, I can't make my boy Aiden Ross mad because Aiden Ross is calling him a murderer. Aiden Ross donated $50,000 to the Metcalf family. I can't let my guy, he's playing with these people. And you got a bunch of black people supporting this clown. The nerve of y'all.
We ain't riding against the daddy or the mama. You deflecting. Why you made them people go with the white jewelry? You told them that was best. They ain't know no better. They trust you because you were supposed to be a black activist, but you really was a double agent. But see, long as you done changed the narrative to the daddy being about money, ain't nobody paying attention to how the white man used you to get these people's son convicted. Let's talk about that, Charleston. Let's talk about how the people used you to get this man's son convicted. While you was over there acting like you was their brother, you was sitting over there working for the white man, trying to convince them that the white jury was the way to go. And you got that man hooked up. You did your part. You played a part in it too. You remind me of Bishop on Juice. Like after he killed Raheem, he came to the funeral. That's what you did. After you helped to get the man convicted, you came back over there to his family trying to get him say cheese interviews and trying to get paid off him. You think we can't see the play?
Yep. Fact.
You was over there trying to get your pockets greased. You was going to try to control where they go ahead and do interviews and all that. You was going to put your little price on getting them people to the platforms. That's all you was over there to do. After you got their son convicted, you wanted to make some money off him.
And he wondered why the daddy chose to not deal with him anymore. Because the daddy is confused. He don't know who to trust anymore. He just seen his son get railroaded, right? And he was giving so much advice. Yeah, believe in these people. You know, bring these people in. Go get this attorney. Right? Do this, do that. Go do an interview with these people. And this whole time, most of all those people that was around the Anthony's family, they was there to sabotage them, ruin them. And that was Charleston White was sent to do. Sabotage that family, get their boy convicted, and then paint a false narrative about this family. And y'all little favorite activist, that Candace lady, that coward of a woman that's out there in Texas walking around with her cowboy hat on, she a piece of shit because she in the comment section agreeing with Charleston White, liking his videos, done made a whole post talking about the Anthony's family. See, she all about money. She not about activism. She not for black people. Because while this trial was going on, that Candace lady was down there in Texas advocating for the Latinos. But she ain't had time to go down there and protest for Karmelo Anthony. She ain't had time for that. But she liking videos of Charleston White degrading his family. But y'all was propping this lady up. She's an agent. All that performative shit that she's doing online, she ain't doing shit but running her mouth.
That's what we talking about, but you good, but you ain't good enough. Because you could distract everybody else with that man daddy, want money, and all that false stuff. That's the same thing you did me. Man, OG Murphy, man, he's dumb, man. He blew $100,000. Think about that. Everything I said was facts. I put the whole thing together for you. Am I lying? Was he not with the white people first?
The white man came in peace and love at first. I was with him at first. Well, you was the white man at first, yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about
Bro,
no
that's
dad trying to
crazy.
get no money. We gonna talk about what you did. You was with the white people first. Stop me when I'm lying. You was with the white people first. Then all of a sudden, you switched and got on some black man.
I came and got with the I satisfied everybody. Now it's time for me to make money off everybody I done satisfied.
That was the setup. That was the play right there.
This dude right here, bro. This
They
is
sent you
crazy.
in the same way they sent you in with me to try to get me to walk in that back door. They sent you in to do their dirty work. You got them people to believe that you knew what you was doing, that you was on some activist type stuff, and then you tricked them.
Bro, we really don't got no activists like that for real. I don't know why people think we got black activists. Most of these people that y'all calling activists, they are grifters. That Candace lady, she's a grifter. She's a agent. She's not an activist. She online right now. She made a post disrespecting the Anthony's family because she talking about, oh, I spoke to Charleston White. I was going to help the family till the father was getting so greedy. This is what y'all hero said, because a lot of people was talking about, oh, Candace this and Candace that. That lady didn't give a damn about the Anthony's family. That lady ain't doing nothing but performing for the internet. She's not an activist. How you an activist for black people when during the Karmelo Anthony's trial, you was fighting for the Latinos? You had a Latino flag. You holding a belt in your hand. You doing the whole shebang. And now you coming out trying to discredit the Karmelo Anthony's family, calling the father greedy. This what these people is put, because they got large platforms. See, people gonna roll with this narrative, family, because of what Charleston White is saying, because he got a big platform. What Candace is saying, because she got a big platform. You ain't even heard from Benjamin Crump or that what's that guy name? X something X. You ain't even heard from them. The whole 5 days this trial was going on, these people was nowhere to be found. You know why? Because it wasn't no money involved. It wasn't no money involved.
I told y'all, the devil's job is to deceive. Y'all black people sitting there supporting him, and y'all don't even understand he the reason that they picked the jury.
Yep.
He helped get Karmelo convicted. Come on, black people. Y'all ain't.
I understand what you're saying, Tamara, and I hope I'm saying your name right. But we got to call out the BS. We got to drown out the BS. Because a lot of black people hear Charleston White and they hear that Candace lady and they running with these false narratives about this family. And if we don't speak on it, no, they just gonna run around with this narrative, because we have so many black people going against this family right now, which is crazy, based on false narrative that the YT community is saying and these double agents that we got over here with us saying, trying to conspire over this family. And that's what Charleston White is doing. I'm over here trying to appease the Karmelo family, and I'm the White family, the haters. All of this is a game to him, bro. It's a game. But we got all the smoke for him.
To play yet, and then he came back. Them people probably realized that. Them people probably realized that he the reason why their son got convicted, and they ain't want to deal with him. They ain't want to do no say cheese or nothing. They ain't want to have nothing to do with him, because them people know that they were set up. And when he realized that they ain't want to do nothing with him, he came out here talking about the daddy was all about money.
Yep.
Trying to make a story of it. Trying to create content off them people while they going through what they going through. Man, you sad, bro.
Yeah, this
you
live.
Sad. You addicted to content. You a content junkie.
Yep.
Now to cover up your wrongs and to cover up your tracks, you want to try to make everybody look at the daddy sideways. Man, no, man. I don't believe nothing you saying about the daddy. I ain't letting no graham cracker turn me against my people.
Exactly. Because that's what they want. They want us to turn. They want us to turn against this family. They want us to turn against each other. by painting this false narrative about the father being greedy. And this coming from a dude, it's coming from Charleston White. Why would y'all believe anything that this guy got to say about this family? Anything. See, the family knew that Charleston White was on some snake shit. That's why the father say he don't even want to deal with Charleston White no more. It's hard to trust anybody in a situation that they in right now, because so many people is trying to play on them. They trying to use them. They trying to grift them. And they is helping the YTs trying to paint this family as, oh, they all about the money. They trying to grift off their son. Where the GoFundMe money at? All this BS. While Charleston White going over here talking about some, I was just over there with the Metcalf, with the Anthony's family, just to appease black people, to get my money over there. Then I'm going to go over here with the white people and get my money.
Then on top of that, I'm going to tell you something else why I felt you was fake. I was being quiet because I know that this was going to happen. I ain't want to be the negative Nancy, you hear me?
Guys, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on the playback, make sure you guys hype this video, subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers because of you guys' support. This is the hottest show on YouTube. Smash that like button so we can get this out in the algorithm, family. Let's get it. Smash that like button.
I didn't want to be the negative Nancy, but I thought when you went live and said that you was going to pay $75,000, that was so fake to me.
Cap.
Oh, you stunned like my daddy. I knew you was stunned like my daddy, because let me tell you something. In a real life situation, the last thing you going to do is come.
I'm good at what I do. Okay. Look what Aiden said. Look what Aiden asked me right there. And he didn't want you to do that, so then you put his Aiden.
So Aiden Ross asked Charleston White, would you box Austin Metcalf's brother? These clowns.
That's gonna be a big payday. Oh, that's gonna be a big payday. Oh, that's gonna be a big payday. Big payday. I know you mad.
Charleston White just exposed Aiden Ross is the one that put him up to turning on the Karmelo Anthony family after he seen the weakness in his dad. And he also said that Karmelo Anthony's dad didn't show up to the sentencing. And that's why he turned on him and started monetizing. Hit that like button. Let's see what Charleston White had to say and what he really had to say about Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony's families.
He was an alpha boy. He was a real boy. He was a tough one. He kicked your ass, Jeff. So now I'm getting a facial done. So I'm getting my eye clean, getting a facial done. Getting my face did. So I'm getting to take my eye out. Getting ready to kick Jeff Metcalf. We got to fight, Jeff. I've already got a proposal. I think me and Hunter is going to be fighting on brand risk. This is going to be great. This is going to be great for the brand risk boxing promotion. Charleston White fighting Austin Metcalf brother Hunter on brand risk. Yellow. I'll kick it. I'm telling you, I'm going to kick it. Okay. Austin, I'll tell him fight in his weight class. That Hunter boy, he's a big wuss. Big old boy. Big old. It's going to be like fighting the island boy again. Because just think, they couldn't hurt Karmelo. Karmelo, he left him with this knife. Come on, home. They supposed to take that from that boy. The knife was this big.
So Aiden Ross, the racist, is offering Charleston White the opportunity to fight Austin Metcalf's brother, which is Hunter Metcalf. That is not going to happen. This dude really believes that he's about to fight Hunter Metcalf. That is not about to happen. And what he's doing right now, he trying to appease black people's emotions, right? Like, oh, I'm about to fight Hunter Metcalf. And then he gonna come online and say some negative shit about Carmelo Anthony's father. Exactly. They not finna let this man fight their son. He a fool. Of course, but he believed that. Talking about, oh, this is gonna make a lot of money. Bro, these people is not finna let you fight their son. When you just got online and said everything you said about Austin, you really believe that? And this is the reason why the Anthony's family disassociate themselves away from this clown. Because this guy is the reason why Karmelo got convicted. He played a big part in setting this family up. They sent Charleston White to ruin this family. And that's exactly what he's doing. Talking about all of this is about content. You playing with this family when they in their most vulnerable moment right now. Their son just got sentenced to 35 years. They just got railroaded in the court system, and you're around here playing, talking about some, oh, you doing this just for content? And you trying to act like the dad is doing something shiesty with some type of money that they never received? And black people were sitting here like, oh, Charleston White supporting his family. He talking about putting up $75,000. That was a front. This guy is a clown. How did y'all even believe that? He's a clown. That's why the father don't want to deal with him. Because he read right through him. He thought that Charleston White had good intentions because Charleston White got a big platform. He like, okay, he's going to help me put the message out there for my son. But this whole time, Charleston White got an agenda. Because the Aiden Ross guy, which is the racist, sent him to set this family up.
They supposed to take that. So he's a fucking weenie. Him and his brother couldn't whoop Karmelo. Oh, you're a Hunter boy. So I got a proposal from Aiden Ross. Nope. I got a proposal from Aiden Ross asking me will I fight the Hunter. Gonna kick his ass. Sure will. I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna kick it ass. Look what Aiden said. Look what Aiden asked me right there. And he didn't want you to do that, so then you put his Aiden. That's gonna be a big payday. Oh, that's gonna be a big payday. Oh, that's gonna be a big payday. Big payday. I know you mad. I want the daddy too. I want the daddy. I asked to fight the daddy, but his dad's short. His dad a little short motherfucker like this. Family, y'all. So get your watermelon t-shirt. Let me show you what they look like. Get your watermelon felon t-shirts. You can get them at www.therealcharlestonwhite.com. Okay. I got the text message from Aiden Ross. I got the text message from Aiden Ross right here. What do it say? Aiden? We got the text. Now look at the Karmelo Anthony t-shirt. So I want everybody to go to www.therealcharlestonwhite.com and you will see those new watermelon felon t-shirts designed by who? Charleston White. There we go, boy and girl. They're on the website. Look at them. They're on the website. There you go. www. There you go, boys. There go your watermelon felon t-shirt. Look at Karmelo. Watermelon head. There go your watermelon. You see it? www.therealcharlestonwhite.com. So make sure you order those shirts. Profit.
And if anybody buy those shirts, if any white person buy this shirt for real, if this real, Charleston, you really putting people's lives in danger if you catch somebody walking around with this shirt, honestly. And think about how stupid you got to be to purchase this shirt and walk around with this on. I don't even see white people go this hard for the guy that blew Charlie Kirk head off. I don't see y'all even going this hard against him. And Charlie Kirk was y'all savior. Charlie Kirk was y'all master. Y'all ain't even stumping for Charlie Kirk this hard. But y'all out here chipping out over Karmelo Anthony. But this the guy that black people support. Y'all support Charleston White. Y'all support these platforms that platform him. See, if you don't want to hear Charleston White anymore, what you got to do is drown him out. So the black people that bring him on their platform that do interviews with him, don't watch it, right? Make those black people waste their money on booking Charleston White. Because I don't understand why they keep inviting this guy on their platform. And they see the shit that he's doing, backstabbing his family. Shout out to the winner circle with the $2 super chat. Don't even crave Chinese food after Cyrus incident. Bro, I'm not even thinking about supporting them people. Them people that's cooked. I don't even know the last time I ate Chinese food. Chinese food is like a every blue moon meal. I would be okay without eating that food. I ain't stunning their ass.
Off a young boy's life. It's called content. It's called content, advertising, merchandising, and marketing. Everybody's going to profit off his life. CNN, Fox News, his dad, everybody's going to profit. So why should not get in on the profit, boys and girls? Oh, make sure you get those shirts. $2,000. Withdraw instantly to your account. No ads, no top-ups, no withdrawal limits. We're all still on. Download and play now.
Jay, he famous because of black people. Black people support Charleston White. Yeah, the white people post him on their platform because they just use him, right? Because he go around here and he spew the same anti-black talking points, so they'll put him in their YouTube videos. Oh, look what the black man said. He's saying the same thing that we saying. And it's a black man said. That's how they use Charleston White. And the rest of these tokens. Charleston White is nothing special to these people. He's a token. Just like your Anton Daniels, your Candace Owens, your Officer Tatums. The rest of these coons, they are tokens. Oh, yeah. Best believe all of this is going to backfire, right? While he's laughing and playing around. Like, all of this is going to backfire. Like, playing with people, family like this. Playing with people, freedom like this. Thinking this shit a game. Talking about that you did this just for the content. You played on the Karmelo Anthony's family for content. And then you supporting the Metcalf family for content. And then the haters for content. And you still got black people out here supporting this dude. Y'all still showing up to these black platforms that interview this dude. You have to be stupid to sit up there and watch this dude degrade black people on a daily basis like this. So why those black platforms go out here and book Charleston White? Because they spending thousands of dollars to book him. He's doing this to get booked. And if black people stop listening to these interviews and these black platforms to get their wake up call, have them waste their money booking Charleston White. Because booking a Charleston White interview and only getting 8,000 views, 5,000 views or whatever like that, that's not going to amount to the money they spent on that booking.
Nah, gang, I ain't rocking with this. The shirt's already selling, boy. Who give a fuck if you rocking with it? You're poor. I'm already making money off the boy, lass. I'm already making money off the boy. So I'm gonna give you rocking with it. Guess who's gonna rock with it? The Metcalf family and all the other white people that gave him the name Watermelon Melon. So I'm just making money, big dog. Or are you still helping Mello or no? No, I'm not. I'm making money off of it. I'll put some money on his books. I'll put some money on the boy. Boy gonna be down there for a long time. The boy gonna be down there for a long time. So yeah, I'm gonna put some money on the boy. I don't like his daddy. I think his daddy is scamming and playing for money.
There we go.
I think his daddy scammed me and played on me. So I'm getting my lick back at the expense of his son.
Wow.
Fuck no. You flip sides every 2 weeks. It's great for content. Don't you see me in my algorithm? Every time I flip, I get back in the algorithm. Every time I go to lose traction, I attach my name to something and boom, I'm back in again. This works every time. When y'all gonna stop falling for it?
So he just said that he do this for the content and y'all falling for it. So basically he just lying, saying that Karmelo's Anthony's father feel like he scammed him. He scammed you out of what, Charleston? You ain't say what he scammed you out of. You feel like he doing something with the money. What money? He don't have any GoFundMe money. So what are you talking about? You pushing the same narrative that the white people want to push on his family. And Charleston White is assisting them at doing it. Because if you keep repeating this lie, if thousands of people on social media keep repeating this lie, the uneducated mind is going to agree with it. That's why you have so many black people out here tap dancing against Karmelo Anthony. Because everybody is repeating this lie. Oh, the daddy is scamming. Oh, the family is doing something with money. What money? Ask them that question. They can't answer it. What money y'all talking about? What is the father doing with the money? You right, Mel. He's trolling. Like, okay, cool. You can be a troll on the internet, but this ain't the time to be trolling and playing around with this right here, this situation right here. You playing with this family after their son just got convicted of 35 years. You think that this is a game?
You keep falling for it, so I don't give a damn. I'm back in the algorithm, baby. Booked again for shows. I'm booked tonight. I'm booked tomorrow night. I got a commercial shoot with
the person said, stop using your microphone, computer. All of these are Asian products. The Asian they don't own nothing. The Asians are in China slaving for pennies on a dollar. Y'all don't own anything. Asians don't own anything. Y'all don't own the licenses to these products that you just named. You just make them for cheap. All of these companies use Asians for slave labor. You don't create anything. You don't own anything. You don't own these cars. You don't own these phones. You don't own Apple. You don't own anything. Y'all are used for slave and cheap labor. So I don't know why y'all keep running around with this narrative that, oh, don't use your phone. Don't use this. Don't use that. Y'all don't own none of this.
Never boys tomorrow. This is what you call marketing, advertising, and promotion, boy. If you do about content creation, you gotta get you some content creation too, to make you some shit too. But you can't, you ain't, you won't, you don't. So leave it up to me. I make all the great content for the internet, and you guys love it. You guys love this like I love.
Listen, bro, I know you upset that black people are replacing the Asian businesses. Y'all are feeling it right now. That's why y'all crashing out. Y'all don't own anything. Y'all don't own no products. Nike, Apple, they use your people for slave wages. Y'all are cheap labor to every country around this world. Y'all don't own anything. I don't know why y'all are going around gloating like y'all don't use your phone. Don't use all the products in your house. These people act like they own this product. Appreciate that, Pink Goddess. Oh, Charleston is going to get his just due. Trust me. He's going to get his just due while he's laughing, right? Trying to play on the Karmelo Anthony's family and different things like that. It's cool. It's cool. He going to get his just due. Right? He enjoying this trolling, right? Going back and forth, ping-ponging. I'm telling you, all of this is going to crash and burn. All these tokens always get their wake-up call. And Charleston White is going to get it in a dramatic fashion. And yeah, he's playing with this child. He's playing with his family. When they are in a time of need. Eleven said, no one cares about those sweatshop cheerleaders, not even them. That's why they flee from there. Exactly. They got children. Those agents be having those children in those sweatshops. Y'all ain't making no money. China is in debt to America, dude. China don't own nothing. This dude named off a bunch of products that they don't even own. This dude said Apple, iPhone, laptop, microphone. China don't own this shit. We don't have any China cars here in America. Are you stupid? You're dumb. I know that boycott is whooping y'all ass right now, so you're going around to black platforms and you're losing your mind. I get it. I understand. But it's not about to stop. It's not about to stop. Let me go over here to Jason Whitlock, because Jason Whitlock over there Jason Whitlock over there is so mad, bro. I think he just did an interview with Austin Daddy, bro. Let's go listen to this clown.
There is a comfort with me and Jeff Metcalf during this interview that you'll notice and see.
What he says, a comfort.
I'm not saying this for any clout or whatever, but like Jeff Metcalf, been a fan of mine for a while.
Out and not being able to defend my son was taxing mentally, spiritually, physically. I mean, it was exhausting. So when the gag order was finally lifted, yeah, I mean, I did go off. I mean, not my best moment, but it was raw and it was accurate and it was truthful. I don't apologize for anything I said. I am who I am. I own it.
And so when you talk about going, are you talking about in the interview you did over X, in the spaces with, I watched quite a bit of that, and I didn't find any of it, including the parts they took out.
No, Sting K, I don't watch a lot of Charleston White. Yeah, I review some clips, but I don't watch him a lot. I don't watch him a lot at all. I'm just exposing this clown. You the one that watch him a lot. I don't watch this clown a lot. You the one that sit up here and put your whole content based on this clown. But shout out to you getting your money. If they work out for you, shout out to you.
Out of context, I didn't find any of it unexpected or unusual. When you say you went off, what do you mean by that? What did you say that either surprised you or surprised others or that caused a reaction?
Well, I'll let my emotions get the best of me at some points. I did use some foul language. I wish I wouldn't have cussed so much. It's not a true representation of who I am, but
yes, it is.
I just want to put somebody in my shoes and go, look, man, if your kid was murdered violently and these people did this to you for 12, 14 months and you had to say nothing, I really think I was pretty light. I could have been a lot worse, but it just would have reflected on me that's my character. And that's not who I am. And that's not who I try to portray. And it's not, I still have to be a role model for Hunter. See,
Stingy K, what you don't know about content, of course, I'm looking up clips about Charleston White. Your whole content is about him, dude. You are a fucking loser. You sit up here watching nothing but, you don't do nothing but grift off Charleston White. You don't make no content of your own. You just sit there and play Charleston White content. all day long, but you want to act like you supportive of black people. Dude, you are a loser. You just sit there and play Charleston White. Your whole channel is based on one dude. This guy whole channel is based on Charleston White. Dick sucking Charleston White. You not original, you not talented, you not creative. I can just tell the way you speak, bro, you low IQ. But if that's getting you paid, shout out to you.
I'm still a father. And so, I mean, I have responsibilities, and I had to have a chat with Hunter and tell him, hey man, this is what I'm talking about. You can't mix emotion with intellect. And I said, I got emotional and I said some things that I normally don't say. And I had to explain it to him that, I'm sorry, son, I failed you some, I failed myself some, but I'm human, and, we try to be as Christian as can be, but that doesn't mean I'll walk on water.
Bro, of course you failed your son, Jeff. You the reason why your son is in the dirt right now. You failed your son. But just because you angry don't mean that you had the right to say something racist. A lot of these people was like, oh, Jeff, he was just angry. He got the right to speak his mind. Yeah, he can speak his mind. He can be angry all day long because he's the cause of this. But that doesn't justify him being racist. Talking about some watermelon felon and black people this and black people that. Like, come on now.
Wine. So I am who I am.
Yeah, I'm not, the things that have been taken out of context, like the watermelon felon or whatever. I don't even want to go there and make you.
No, wait. Let's talk about that 1 second. You do realize where I got that? Do you realize where I got that phrase from? There's a man on Facebook called Real Wolf Hats. He's a black individual. He's the one that said it. I laughed my butt off. He said it a long time ago. And I have no clue how subconsciously that came out during that interview. Because that whole 3-hour interview, there was nothing written down. There was nothing scripted. I just shot from the hip. So like I said, man, I gave it to God, and he just let me speak freely.
So I want to be.
So God, this guy's just, these racists are so stupid, bro. They try to put everything on God. So God, one that told you to say watermelon felon, and then black people was enslaved, and then you call black people the N-word, and that you all this racist shit that you said. God, these people love hiding behind their religion, right? Anything they have to say, they got to have a cross in their picture, in their shirt, and they can say, you know what, I'm a Christian. No, Jeff, you're not a Christian. Just because you heard a black person say watermelon felon. See, these white people like to use black people. That's what they like to do. They like to use black people to get off their anti-black rhetoric. These tokens like Jason Whitlock. But long as the black people said, oh, it's all cool.
Careful and fair, but I want to know, I mean, people are just interested. Of all the things that after the death of your son, obviously the murder is the worst thing. In the aftermath of that, what has been the worst thing that you've experienced from the Karmelo Anthony supporters?
That's longer than a CVS receipt. So, I don't know, death threats, emails, text messages, people that want to go online and spout their opinions, which they're entitled to. We have First Amendment free speech here. Now, free speech doesn't guarantee you no consequences. I know of an individual who was threatening a certain reporter, and that person got put on probation for 10 years, and it only lasted 24 hours before he...
Shout out to AW1 YouTube for the $2 super chat. He's lying. Of course he's lying. We know it. That's all he's doing right now. He's lying. I bet Jeff won't come over here to my platform. Hey, Jeff, come over here. I'm going to see can I get him to come over here. Because I see you going all around to these raccoon platforms. I want to see when you come over here, Jeff. Let's see if you man enough to come over here.
Screwed up, and now he's back in Texas doing 10 years. So just because you think you can say something, you got to be careful, because you can't threaten people. That's against the law. But just the vile statements from everyone, and ones who are in denial of the truth. That's the hardest part. It's like now that the truth has been shown.
What truth?
All the facts have been presented.
No, it hasn't.
So all your lies have been debunked.
No, they haven't. What lies have been debunked? What lies? We ain't got no facts. What facts you talking about, Jeff? This trial was so secretive. We haven't heard nothing about this trial. We don't got no transcripts. We don't know nothing. Y'all didn't allow black media inside the courtroom. The video haven't been released. Nothing. What you mean the facts? There's no facts. This is what, see, I think lying is in these people's DNA. I honestly believe lying, like it's like they so comfortable with just lying their ass off. It's a disease to these people.
But they still refuse to accept the verdict, the truth, and they're all hanging their hat on this appeal. An appellate appeal is only looking for judicial procedural errors. They're not going to retry the case. They're not going to reintroduce evidence.
Yeah, you hope it don't.
I mean, it's a process. I knew it was going to happen before it happened. I don't have any concern about the appeal. They don't have any grounds. That judge, that was one tough guy. And he didn't take nothing from anyone. And he ran that ship very tight.
Of course he did.
Everything.
Of course he did, because he was a part of this. He was a part of this fix. He was a part of this setup. The judge, Judge Roach, the prosecutor, the DA, you, Charleston White, Collin County, all of y'all was in on this fix. Y'all know what y'all did to Karmelo Anthony. And that's why y'all trying to stop us from talking. That's why y'all trying to get us to go against the Karmelo Anthony's family. Because we exposing the lies. We exposing the truth. The more you talk, Jeff, the more stupid you look. The more lies coming out your mouth. Because look at you, dude. You look like you stink. You broke. The mama don't talk to you. She's never in no videos or photos with you. The Metcalf, nobody is around this guy. He's always by himself. He's never around his son. And that guilt is eating him up. This guy look like he's 70 years old with a 17-year-old child. Bro, you look like you 73 years old with a 17-year-old child. And rumors is that you was abusive to Megan. Austin kicked your ass, and now you trying to save face. Because you know who is not in the public view? Megan, Austin mother. Because she knew her son was a piece of shit. Jeff know Austin and Hunter was a piece of shit. So he got to try to save face right now because this is guilt eating this man up alive. Look at Jeff. This man look disgusting. He look like he ain't washed his ass all year. No family is there to support him. No woman, no wife, no girlfriends. Nobody is sitting behind him while he's doing all these interviews and going on these racist rants. I know Austin mother Megan is disgusted of this coward because you failed him. You failed your family, coward. Shout out to Charlie X with the $10 super chat. Ironically, Jeff Goofy ass is a part of the reason why our brother Melo will have a successful appeal. Facts, Charlie X. And that's why he trying to talk down on it like it's not going to happen. Okay, so what if they shoot it down? We still on their neck. We not finna let y'all see what they think, Charlie, is we finna let them slide by what they did to our brother Karmelo. Y'all not getting away with this, Jeff. And I know it don't matter how many raccoon platforms that you go to. We are going to drown out the lies. We are going to drown out the narratives. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. Exactly. This man aging like milk. Like a 2-day-old milk. This guy look like he about 78 years old with a goddamn 17-year-old. Yeah, I heard he was arrested in 2011 on sexual assault, allegedly. I heard that. I seen a couple of people make a video. But we see where Austin get this behavior from. But guess what? Jason Whitlock, fat ass, ain't going to mention that. This big hippo over here. Look how, see, the angerness and the bitterness and the hatefulness of Jason Whitlock. Look at his face. He look like a sad dog right now. Just fat as hell, angry. He ain't getting no box, no women, no. Both of these dudes, they don't get women. They don't get no love, so they just sit around and be angry all day. We ain't stopping supporting our brother Karmelo. Good luck with trying to stop this train.
Everyone's up in arms about.
Make sure you guys smash that like button.
Cameras in the courtroom. Well,
we got 200 viewers. We need 200 likes. If y'all support the channel, y'all support the work we do over here, subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell, become a member of the channel. Let's get to work.
I understand there were minors that had to testify. And this is the thing I really want to talk about most is look at these kids who saw this murder, who have to be traumatized for the rest of their life. Every one of them are in counseling. I guarantee every one of them will not ever forget that day and what they saw. I arrived 4 or 5 minutes after it happened. I live very close to the stadium. When the coach called me and said after Austin had been stabbed, I got there in time to see him being put on the gurney with the EMTs. At that point, I knew he was gone. I'll never get that out of my head.
Shut up, that fake ass. Look at Jason
Whitlock. I
Whitlock.
went into survival function mode. Where's Hunter? I've got to take care of Hunter. And I went and found him in the locker room. He was hysterical. And I'm trying to maintain for him while he's just out of control. And we're praying. And I said, son, I got to get you in the car. We got to get to the hospital. I got him calmed down enough to get to the car. And we went to the hospital. And when we walked in, I saw one of the doctors. I saw his face. I knew what was coming. And about 10 minutes later, they walked in the room and told us that he had passed. Hunter, he spun out of control. And it took about 5 officers to hold him down. And then we actually had to get him admitted and sedated for a few hours and then we couldn't even see Austin for hours because now it's a crime scene and they have to process the body.
Bro, he's doing his. Somebody in the chat said Erica Kurt acting coach. These ain't no tears coming down his face. I want the family to understand this. This is not grief right here. This guy don't give a damn about Austin. He don't care about that boy. If he do feel any type of sympathy for Austin, it's because he know he failed that boy. And he said Hunter fighting off the police. So if Hunter had all that energy to fight off the police and all that, why he didn't have that energy to stop his brother from putting his hand on Karmelo Anthony? Because Hunter played a part in his brother not being here anymore. Jeff, you played a part of your son not being here anymore. And the more and more y'all refuse to not hold Austin accountable, the more you are going to rot in misery. See, the reason why so many YT people is out here losing their mind, because y'all don't want to face reality. Y'all don't want to be held accountable. Y'all want to run on these lies. And then when y'all hear people like me and the black people in the chat speak the truth, y'all crash out. Y'all lose y'all mind. Y'all talking about how people threaten y'all and y'all upset with Karmelo Anthony supporters. No, the reason why y'all don't like Karmelo Anthony supporters is because we giving y'all reality. We giving y'all truth and facts, and we holding y'all accountable, and y'all don't like that. This is why y'all crashing out right now. This is why Jeff's trying to go around to all these platforms trying to make it seem like Austin was a good boy. He have yet to make Austin seem like he was a good child growing up. Jeff, every interview you've been on, and I've been watching them, all you've been talking about is what black people have been doing to you and what you said on that racist rant. These people are not even asking you questions about how Austin was as a child, as a student. What was his GPA? What was his grades? Do he got a girlfriend? Where's his grandmother? Where's his grandmother at? You telling me nobody in the Metcalf family is stepping up to speak on the behalf of the Metcalf family? It's only this guy? That's very telling. Because when I see the Anthony's family, I see the mother and the father together as one.
We're stuck at the hospital for hours just waiting to see my dead son. But there were so many students and parents and friends that came to the hospital to support us while this was all going on.
Cap.
And I just want to thank everyone for in my community throughout this whole nation. I have people that send me messages or call me or text me, that people I don't even know, that tell me, hey, we're so sorry. You're an inspiration. We want to teach our kids to be like you. And I'll be honest, I'm not perfect by any means. Please, I'm not a role model. I'm not like Charles Barkley. Don't look at me. I'm not the role model for you. I'm just a man who God uses, and he uses me however he wants to, because I really don't know where my path is going forward at this point. I mean, I can't go back to doing the job I was doing for 25 years due to safety reasons. So I really have no idea. I just turn it over to God every day and tell him direct my path.
Oh, here we go.
I trust him. I believe in him. I don't understand his plan, and I will not understand his plan until I get up there and sit beside Austin. Sit beside Austin. You and Austin is going to be burning in hell next to Charlie Kirk. What you mean sit beside Austin? Dude, you are I don't know who this guy think he is. You go around here with this anti-black racism, with this hatred towards black people, making up false statistics, because that's what y'all like to do. Lying is in y'all DNA. Evilness is in your DNA. Look, Jeff, you look like you're 93 years old with a 17-year-old boy. Nobody is there to support you, Jeff. You don't have a woman. And I can't wait till Megan come out. It might not. The mother is going to come out and spill the beans on you. And Megan, if you watching this, please email me. Let's talk about it. Because there's a reason why you're not speaking right now, Megan. It's a reason why the people in the family is not supporting Jeff. It's a reason why the aunts and the uncles and the grandmothers is not around. Nobody is around. It's a reason why Hunter is not around. Jeff, you is not this upstanding father like you trying to portray yourself to be. But of course you're going to have sympathies from the raccoons like Jason Whitlock and the Officer Tatums and the Anton Daniels and Fox News. Because they don't care nothing about you, Jeff. See, these platforms that's interviewing you is bigger than you, Jeff. It's about us. See, we the star, Jeff. We the star of these raccoons channel. We the star of Fox News. See, they want you to talk about us. Because without us, y'all are nothing. Y'all don't have no content. Y'all don't have no story. Y'all don't have no narrative. That's why they got to lie on us so much, Jeff. But I trust God. I don't have to agree with him all times, because me and him went round and round, taking my son at 17. But I know he's with the Lord.
He with the Lord.
He comes to me.
Okay, he with the
all
Lord.
The time.
Smash that like button, guys.
He gives me hugs. Calls me pops.
Man, this guy.
I just miss that guy.
Jeff, you just never know who will see the interview, see this interaction between myself and you. What is it that you were doing career-wise before? Someone in our audience may be listening, may have an opportunity for you. Because I would imagine Hunter's going to go off to college. And
yes, he is. A few weeks, yeah.
Yeah, and
proud
so
of that boy.
No, he won't.
I mean, potentially you could relocate. Someone may have a great opportunity. So what were you doing before? Do you have any thoughts of what you would like to do? Would you be willing to relocate?
Well, I was a real estate agent for 25 years. So unfortunately, people call me up. Hey, I want to go see 123 Main Street at 3:00. Meet me there.
Yes.
Everybody,
that's dangerous.
and the DAs, the sheriffs, the FBI, even the FBI said, look, we can't tell you what not to do, but it is not in your best interest to continue because you could be set up. You could be, they could meet you at the house. And it irritates me because I don't want anybody to have control over me like that. But in the same sentence, I have to be aware and smart and not naive or blind to the fact that there are people out there that do want to harm me or say they do.
Who want to harm you, Jeff? This is this false narrative that they trying to put on black people, but they trying to be PC right now. Jeff, don't nobody want to hurt you, Jeff. We don't care nothing about you. I am satisfied at you rotting in your misery, Jeff. I don't want to fight you. Black people are not advocating to hurt you. Nobody want to hurt you, Jeff. Stop lying. You was walking in and out of that court just fine. Nobody did nothing to you. Why are you trying to make up this narrative that somebody out there to get you? People might be saying some mean words to you, which you deserve it, based on what you came out on the internet and said about black people. Of course, we're going to have something to say about you. But ain't nobody finna waste their time crashing out over you, Jeff. You not worth it. You nobody. Jeff think he's the president of the United States, like somebody is camping out looking for him. Ain't nobody checking for you, Jeff. Go to work, bro. Ain't nobody studying you, dude.
I mean, I have no idea. I hope to God there's not people out there in the world that have these thoughts about harming someone who's had a child murdered. I can't comprehend that type of thinking or logic or reasoning. There is none to it. But one of the things I don't know how or will, but I really would like to be able maybe to go around and speak at high schools.
Speak at high schools.
Talk about impulse control, de-escalation.
What?
And how because today's youth, I'll be honest, man.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me go back. And I know I just did not hear what I just heard. Hold on, please. Let's go back and hear this.
Reasoning. There is none to it.
Hold on.
But one of the things I don't know how or will, but I really would like to be able maybe to go around and speak at high schools and talk about impulse control, de-escalation, and how because today's youth, I'll be honest.
You want to talk about, and this is a dog whistle. Listen to me, family. This is a dog whistle to black people talking about he want to go around the high schools and teach impulse control and emotional control. Hold on, wait a minute. Jeff, why you didn't teach that to your son? So you mean to tell me you want to go around and teach this to other people's son when you didn't even teach this to your son that went up and target Karmelo and put his hands on him? Both of your sons jumped our brother Karmelo, and you want to talk about you want to go around to these schools and teach impulse control? You are one dumb individual. This is what I'm saying, family. These people are so goddamn dumb. Oh my, this fool said he want to go around schools. And so this is the same guy that came on the internet calling Karmelo a watermelon felon, talking about how black fathers are not in their family lives, disrespecting Carmelo's Anthony's mother and father, talking about how we were slaves and y'all brought us over here on a ship, and you want to teach children about impulse control? The reason why you only got one son is because you didn't teach your son impulse control. Think about how terrible of a father you are, Jeff, and how evil and racist you was. Talking so negatively about black people that it rubbed off on your sons, that your sons had to go approach a black boy that was minding his business, Jeff, and they had to go antagonize that boy, assault that boy, to the point where he had to defend himself and take your son out of here. And you talking about you want to go to high schools and teach impulse control, which is you just really trying to take shots at Karmelo Anthony. Karmelo Anthony had impulse control because he warned your son. Touch me again and see what happened to you. He gave Austin the opportunity to walk away. That was his warning. But Austin didn't care nothing about that because he was raised by an evil man like you. The audacity of you, fool.
Reasoning. There is none to it. But one of the things I don't know how or will, but I really would like to be able maybe to go around and speak at high schools and talk about impulse control, de-escalation, and how these, because today's youth, I'll be honest, man, you're old school like me.
How about teach Hunter? Can you still have a son now? Save Hunter. Because if you don't save Hunter, he's going to wind up just like Austin. Save Hunter, Jeff. Save Hunter, Jeff. Save your boy.
Jeez. So it's like, it's a totally different world. And what I learned, they don't learn. And I'm sorry, man, but there is some truth into the old ways of what we did and the way we were raised and how those values were instilled. So we had a decent moral compass later in life. I'm scared for the future of today's youth. I am worried about the direction they're all headed. I'm worried about, people not having fathers in their home. Now, look, and my wife have been divorced. We were still single parents, but we lived 10 minutes apart.
So, oh my God, how you gonna say that you worried about fathers be at home? Which we know what he trying to say, y'all. He's taking shots at black men and black people. How at the same, you gonna say that you worried about the fathers not being at home? Then right after that, you gonna say, well, I wasn't in the home. Me and Megan, we was divorced. We was single parents. You can't make this shit up. You want to criticize single parent and you a single parent. You wasn't in the home. You ruined your family. Your sons was adolescent children. They was raised up in a single parent home. But you want to lecture other single parents? When you didn't get it right, Jeff? You didn't even get it right, but you want to talk about single parent household? Oh my God. Is this real, chat? Is this real? Is we really listening to this? Yet I heard the same too. Lady A, I heard the same thing too.
For the future of today's youth. I am worried about the direction they're all headed. I'm worried about, people not having fathers in their home. Now, look, me and my wife have been divorced. We were still single parents, but we lived 10 minutes apart. I saw my boys all the time.
No,
it wasn't like I'm an absent father.
But you went in the house.
I think that's contributing to the moral decay of society. I think just there's a certain level of entitlement I sense from today's youth. Like they don't have to earn it. They think it's entitled. And they have a great disrespect for a lot of things.
Wow. Very ironic to you to say that a lot of people feel entitled, Jeff. Because Austin and Hunter felt entitled to put their hands on another student and try to remove them like they was the tent police. Jeff? That sounds pretty entitled, Jeff. Don't you think? Bro, you are a walking contradiction, bro. This, Jeff, the more you talk, brother, keep it up, Jeff. Keep it up. I'm going to watch every interview and I'm going to come expose you with the family. Please keep talking.
And I'm sorry, but it all starts at home. And if you want to protest about something, fine, do it peacefully, do it the right way. Same, I can go off on immigration. If you want to be here, do it the right way.
He want to be
There are
conservative.
ways and protocols to do things in our society.
He's performing for the right wing. Here go his application.
Don't go burning stuff down. Don't go looting. Don't act a fool.
What this got to do with
and
Austin?
show your kids, when your kids come home and see you on TV that you're acting like this, what are you teaching those children? So I just want to maybe talk to parents and students about how we need to start early.
What? Jeff, you don't have the right. Let me calm down. Okay. Jeff, listen to me, buddy. Buddy, old pal. Listen to me, Jeff. Listen to me good. I get the vision, right? I get the vision. I get the message, but wrong messenger. You are a divorcee. You failed your family. It's rumors allegedly that you abused your ex-wife. Your sons kicked your ass allegedly. You are a single father. You wasn't in the house raising those boys. I don't care that you live 10 minutes away. Megan took care and raised those boys, Jeff. Those boys didn't respect you. You don't have the right to go to schools and try to teach people about impulse control when your sons couldn't even control themselves, looking at Karmelo Anthony sitting under a damn tent. You don't have the right to go preach to parents about fathers being in the home when you wasn't in the home with your children, Jeff. Shout out to Charlie X with the $2 super chat. This is Fox News interview. This a Fox News interview. Exactly, Charlie X, my bad, brother. Jesus, my bad. Charlie X, my bad, goddamn. Jeff, like, you got to snap out of reality, buddy. You got to snap out of it. You need to lay off the booze, lay off the drugs. I don't know who Jeff think. Who do Jeff think he is?
Hate, love, justice, they're all blind. It doesn't see color. So this is not a racial thing. As I said from the very beginning of this trial.
I'm sorry to keep stopping this. But this guy is a walking contradiction. Now he's saying that this is not a racial thing. So why did you come on the internet, Jeff, and call Karmelo a watermelon felon? Why did you say that you put black people to work and that y'all got us on slave ships? Like, why? It's not about, this was everything about race, Jeff. Y'all just too coward to admit it. See, black people, we gonna admit it. We know that this is about race. But y'all trying to make it seem like we some fools because y'all don't want to be honest. And y'all hate spaces like this because it's accountability. See, when these trolls come in here and they say whatever they want to say, they have to hurry up and get up out of here because there's too much accountability. It's too much truth. So they have to go where the lie's at.
This is not about race. Race plays zero in this. It's all about accountability, responsibility. You control two things in your whole life. That's it. Two, right here, in this little bitty circle. It's your actions and your attitudes. Everything else is mental noise. Block it out. Control what you control. Teach your kids right from wrong. Teach your kids not to kill someone.
Hey,
teach your kids not to put their hands on somebody. Teach your kids to respect other people's spaces. Teach your kids not to be bullies. How about that, Jeff? How about that? You got all this advice for people. But we don't see that on your side, Jeff. You talking about teaching your children self-control, but Austin couldn't control himself from seeing Karmelo sitting under a tent while it was raining. Something compelled this evil animal to go over there and confront Karmelo and tell him that he need to move and kick him out of the tent while it's raining. Where's the compassion, Jeff? Where's the humanity, Jeff? Jeff, where's the results at? You talking all this? It's not about race. Karmelo Anthony is a watermelon felon. This is not about race. Black fathers are not in the home. This is not about race. We enslaved black people in 1960. You didn't even have the right to vote. This is not about race. Exactly, Sword. Who buys their kids guns at 12? They do. They love weapons. Candy Girl Pink said, teach our kids not to end up in the grave.
I don't think he was taught well enough to understand.
Smash that like button, family. Smash that like button.
This is what's going to happen. I really think that he thought he was. So he's going to have to, but he has to be responsible and take consequences for his actions. I don't think he was taught well enough to understand if you do this, this is what's going to happen. I really think that he thought he was entitled, privileged, and untouchable.
Wow.
And I think his parents were given some bad information from some other advocates. Dominique Alexander, I'll call him out.
Hold on, let me go back. Because ain't no way in hell he just said that.
Gifts when you check out.
That poor kid, I feel bad. I'll be honest. I do feel bad for him. I didn't forget what he did. But you know what? I'm human, man. I have compassion for any human being that deserves it. And to be honest, I don't really think he even deserves it. But somehow there's a little piece of me that still has compassion for that kid because he's screwed. I've never been to prison, and God, I don't ever want to go to prison.
Your son's screwed.
But from what I've heard, it's not the best place. So he's going to have to, but he has to be responsible and take consequences for his actions.
Just like Austin has to take, he got to take consequences for his actions for putting his hands on Karmelo Anthony. Can we agree on that, Jeff? Can we agree on that? Because I don't hear no accountability on your side, Jeff. I don't hear Jason Whitlock pushing back on this because he enjoying this. He enjoying this because he's a fat loser, low IQ loser, raccoon, right? He kissed the ass of you white men, right? He stepped at the beat of the drum of you white men. He's not going to hold you accountable, Jeff. Jeff, if you're not afraid of the smoke, Jeff, can you come over here to this channel? Because I know you on social media. I know you scheming and seeing what we saying because y'all love being over here in our spaces, Jeff. Can you shoot me an email, Jeff? My email is in the description. Is in my bio. Can you come over here to this platform so we can have a real conversation about accountability? Listen to me. It'll be a fair one, and I don't even do interviews or debates. Can you please come over here, Jeff? Can we set this up? Let's have a real honest conversation here.
I don't think he was taught well enough to understand if you do this, this is what's going to happen. I really think that he thought he was entitled, privileged, and untouchable.
Okay, he said that Karmelo Anthony felt like he was entitled and privileged. How so, sir? Karmelo Anthony would just sit down. He wasn't bothering nobody. Your sons approached him. They the ones felt entitled. They felt entitled to put their hands on this boy, Jeff. So where's the entitlement on Karmelo Anthony? Because Karmelo Anthony wasn't doing nothing to nobody. He didn't say, I own this tent. I run this over here. He was sitting under a tent, Jeff, which is a harmless thing to do. But to run away from accountability, Jeff, y'all have to create false narratives around Karmelo Anthony. You failed your son. You can stop pointing the fingers at everybody else, pointing the fingers at Karmelo, because you know why? If your sons would have never approached that boy, you were never in their life anyway. But he'll be at home with Megan, not with you.
And I think his parents were given some bad information from some other
Here you go.
advocates.
Just blaming everybody.
Dominique Alexander, I'll call him out. I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, I honestly believe what he did added years to Karmelo's sentence. When he kicked me out of that press conference, man, they could have taken that and spun it a total opposite way. Prayed together, show the world,
Prayed
no
together.
racial divide. Look at me. They could have said, "We're so sorry. We apologize. I can't believe this happened." But that's not the road they chose. They chose the opposite.
What?
And
They don't have to deal with you.
that's their character.
They don't have to deal with you, Jeff. And they did the right thing kicking you out that press conference because the hood came off, Jeff. You forgot we heard what you said, Jeff? Did you forget, boy? Did you forget? Hold on, matter of fact, let me just refresh the audience mind just in case people forgot. I think Jeff think that we have, we forgot what he said. Okay, Mr. Jeff, let's take let's see.
Oh, there was no black jurors. You know why? Because you can't be unbiased, you dumb If you answer the question, I can't send a black man to jail because he's black, you're not getting on the jury. You're so unintelligent, you can't even fill out a form correctly. You don't even know who your daddy is because 78% of you don't have your father in the home anymore. You got baby mamas running around with 8 kids so they can get EBT cards to feed you all.
Okay.
You think I'm being racist? No, I'm being real. Because they ain't only black people. White people do the same. I'll call them out just as hard as I'll call you out. Anybody who doesn't work, who wants free government handouts, who wants to live in a socialistic society, move to Russia. And normally, I don't normally attack people like this, but I have been cooped up and caged up in this anger. And this is something I'm trying to work on. I need to develop it and funnel it into a more constructive way. But tonight is the...
Yes, you are being real. And what's real is you're racist. And what you don't see in that clip is the other racist dog whistles that he spews out of his fucking mouth. You could have just taken the tack that you are very sad that your son was unalive. But as most people are saying online across the board is your son would be alive if you would have taught him to mind his own fucking business. Oh, it was an all-white jury. Oh, it was an all-white jury. Funny you want to piss and moan about that statement because what you did mention is that you're friends with the fucking DA and the judge. Spare me the fake macho whack, you fucking bald fuck.
Yeah. So it's like, bro, stop it, dude. You're a racist. We don't want to hear that. We have no sympathy for you, Jeff. We heard what you said. Guys, let's get the likes up. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. This is the Lavish Show on YouTube. I know we got a lot of hate watchers out there. But if you support this work, it's free to just smash that like button. Let's get this out there in the algorithm. Because I want Jeff to come on this platform. Jeff, I see you making your rounds. I would love for you to come on this platform. It won't be no heated tension or nothing like that. I will allow you to speak to get everything off your chest. But it's time to come over here and accept reality, Jeff. It's time. Smash that like button for me, family. Let's get it.
Now their character is coming to light. I saw an interview with his parents, and they're still in denial. Oh, all the witnesses lied.
They did.
All 21 of them told the same story, but they told all the same lie. Okay. You're going to have to live with the fact your son is in prison, and he's going to stay there.
Yeah, he is.
And as soon as they maybe realize that fact, because grief has many stages. And
no, we know that he's in prison. We working on the appeal. We working on the grassroots. We supporting the family financially too. So you don't have to. That doesn't. You saying that he's in prison, that doesn't mean anything, Jeff. We putting in the work. We keeping Karmelo name alive. We supporting the Anthony's family, and that's what's making a lot of y'all mad out there. And we exposing the lies. And it's creeping up on you, Jeff. That's why you trying to jump in front of it. That's why you trying to come out and do all these interviews. Because we are, it's coming. It's coming, Jeff. And you know it too. You know it. Y'all gonna get exposed. But let me ask you this question, Jeff. Where's the video?
Is one of them. At some point, the reality is going to sit in with them, and they have to realize their son is not coming home anytime soon. Because I was given a life sentence. My son will never walk through that door, never call me pops again.
Your fault.
And never hug me.
Your fault.
And he doesn't get to play a down of football ever again. And I miss Friday Night Lights so much. It's a sad situation.
Jeff, man, I think someone's going to hear this interview, and it may be me hearing this interview, but I do think there is a path for you in terms of as a public speaker.
It's not. No, it's not.
There are. I'm thinking. I'm not going to say their names, but there's church leaders in the Texas area that I'm familiar with that could assist you in getting a public speaking career and speaking to churches, speaking to schools, like you said, or even doing a podcast that tries to help parents and educate parents, because this, I'm a big proponent of, I don't have kids, by the way, but I'm a big proponent of homeschooling because, you're right. This isn't a skin color issue.
Yes, it is.
But we cannot deny that there's a cultural disconnect going on in America, and that there are cultures that are toxic and poisonous and demonic and evil. Because I'm listening to people that are a part of this hip hop culture, what they call stereotypically black culture.
Here we go. Here go to tap dancing, right? They can't even focus on Austin. Now they have to redirect this shit to black culture. This is typical Jason Whitlock behavior. See, what he's finna do right now is tap dance and perform for the white man. And Jeff over here agreeing, but he's not going to say it. But I'm going to rain on y'all parade. Jeff is not going to get any speaking engagements. If he do a podcast, nobody want to listen to that old ass dude. Talk about what? Parents don't want to talk to him. What would a parent want to listen to Jeff Metcalf lecture them on anything when he's a single father? He ruined his family. He ruined his son. He did not raise his sons to be upstanding citizens and respect people. He's a racist. What parents want to do that other than YT people? Those are the only people that want to listen to this. Your Sarah Fields. But go ahead, Jason Whitlock. Go ahead and tap dance.
And they're acting like, let's go worst case scenario, that Austin shoved Karmelo. They're acting like that justifies stabbing someone in the heart. And as long as I've been...
Shout out to the Tory Experience with the $2 super check. Both of them are smoking that Tina. Facts. Appreciate the support, the Tory Experience. Shout out to you. Listen to this clown.
9 years. Kids have been shoving each other the entire 59 years I've been here. And shove me, I'll shove you back. That's what kids do. But I'm listening to people pretend like that they're a part of a culture that, he touched Karmelo, so therefore Karmelo gets to kill him. Well, that's a prison mentality.
No, what it is. See, this is what they trying to do. They trying to downplay Austin's behavior. It's just a shove. When somebody's getting aggressive with you, it's just not a pitter-pat shove. Jason Fatlock. But this is what white people is doing. This is the narrative that they trying to paint. That it was just a little tap on the shoulder, and then Karmelo just whipped out the blade. When somebody is ready to jump you and assault you in an aggressive manner, it's more than a shove. The witness literally said that he picked Karmelo up And Hunter was right there. Multiple people was right there. But y'all leaving out so many details to paint y'all own false narrative around Karmelo. But we not going to let you do that, Jason Fatlock. So you can keep trying to blame this on hip hop because you bring up the same shit. Oh, this the black culture. Oh, this hip hop. This, that. But y'all failed to mention that Karmelo wasn't bothering nobody. They approached him. Fat boy.
A prison mindset that's just incompatible with the rest of American society.
Oh my God.
And it has to be talked about. And I'm sorry, black people, and I'm black.
Here we go.
I'm not ashamed of being black, but we got to come out of this victim mentality and this, if I get disrespected, I get to do whatever I want to someone else. That's a savage, chaotic, dysfunctional, poisonous mindset that has to be eliminated, and it has to be talked about.
See what it is, family. They don't want you to defend yourself. See, Jason Whitlock just going into his Sambo bag, right? But I'm gonna break it down logical for him because he's just Samboing, tap dancing for the white man right now, right? See, y'all don't want black people to defend themselves. Like, if somebody say something to you, you don't have the right to do this. You don't have the right to do that. Jason Whitlock, why you not talking about white culture and their violent behavior? And Austin and his brother violent behavior put in their hands. See, y'all trying to dismiss this with a shove, like a love tap or something. That wasn't a love tap. That wasn't just a shove. They was beating up on that boy. But of course, you have to project your anti-blackness on this story. And Jeff, old raggedy ass, gonna agree with it. Because white people is afraid of accountability. YT people, they run from accountability. That's why they only go on platforms like y'all. That's why they never hold their own accountable. It's all Karmelo's fault. But Karmelo didn't start this. Who started it? Let's go back to ground one. Where did this come from? Who started this altercation? Can we start there, Jason Fatlock?
So I guess I have a question that, because I think you're talking about what's transpired after the murder. I want to know what, because I'm thinking you may know, someone may have, what do you think was driving Karmelo on that day when he arrives with a knife and trying to bait someone into confronting him? There's part of me that's like, was this some sort of gang initiation, some sort of act that he had to do to be a part of, and maybe they weren't planning on him killing somebody, but it just seems like it seems so premeditated. I'm going to have conflict while holding a knife. Have you heard any speculation or what?
I just did not hear Jason Whitlock just said that. Did this fool just say that Karmelo was trying to put on an act to try to get in a gang? Trying to provoke somebody to attack? Yeah, this is a new one right here. Bait him into attacking him?
We told him to leave the tent. We told him to leave the tent. What the fuck is this? What are y'all, the tent police? What is this, Rosa Parks? You told him to get to the back of the bus? The fuck you mean you told him to leave the tent? Why he had to leave the tent? Y'all was getting paid to be the tent police around there or what? Who hired y'all to be the tent Nazis?
It's like I want to end it right now. I'm so that was so stupid, bro. To what? Look how far these people have to go to make up a whole different another fucking story. Jason Willock just took it to a whole. I done heard a lot of false narratives around this situation. But this fool said that Karmelo was trying to bait him in to associate with getting inside of a gang. Wow.
I want to know because I'm thinking someone may have, what do you think was driving Karmelo on that day when he arrives with a knife and trying to bait someone into confronting him?
How can I bait you? Let's go back on Jeff, what Jeff said, Jason Fatlock. Jeff was just talking about teaching people about having impulse control. So how can I bait you to do anything if you don't have impulse control? How did Karmelo bait Austin to doing anything when he came up to him and he warned him, put your hands on me again and see what happened to you? How is that baiting you? That is giving you a...
There's part of me that's like, was this some sort of gang initiation, some sort of act that he had to do to be a part of, and maybe they weren't planning on him killing somebody, but it just seems so premeditated. I'm going to have conflict while holding a knife.
How is it premeditated, Whitlock, and I am going to have conflict when he didn't even know the brothers was going to confront him? Shout out to AQG24. Kwame Brown panel was calling Karmelo a beta male. Bro, a lot of these cowards out here tap dancing. I did a live stream on that, AQ, yesterday with a lot of these black men and black women tap dancing against Karmelo. They cowards, bro. So what? We don't care what they call Karmelo. Karmelo's still alive. He got our support, and we're going to do what we got to do to make sure that he come home or he get a lighter sentence or he get a retrial, whatever we got to do. But now, but appreciate the super check, AQ. I really appreciate your, the support, bro. Appreciate that. And Kwame Brown he's a very low IQ individual. He rode the short bus. I don't take him serious. But back to Jason Fatlock. Never mind. I can't take it no more.
Have you heard any speculation or whatever? Like, what was motivating him on that day?
Motivating him?
Well, first, let me say this. When you say culture, I wouldn't paint the whole culture. I say subculture, because every culture has a certain subculture. And those are the people that give your culture a bad name. Because, look, there's stupid-ass white people all over, too. There's stupid-ass Indian people, Hispanics, whatever. Whatever race you want to choose, it doesn't matter. Because let me ask you a question, Jason. What color is your blood?
Red.
Same as mine.
Yeah.
What color is our skin?
Really, it's the same color if you really understand it. It's just different shades of the same color. Look, man,
just a different dose of melanin.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Different dose of melanin. So realistically, we're all humans. That's the way I look at it. I don't see race.
Yes, you do.
Now, I'm not oblivious to people who try to use the race card to their advantage or create narratives because a person is a certain race. Those people have the wrong motives. They're trying to use their race as an excuse for their behavior. There's no excuse for the behavior from anyone who acts like that. I'm sorry. My parents would just take me aside and whoop my ass if I acted like that. And guess what? It worked. Now you can't even discipline your kids. Oh, they'll get CPS called on you. You can't do that. When I was in school, we used to get licks with a wooden paddle by coaches and principals.
Yes.
It was effective. Now everybody has gotten so soft. I'm sorry. So soft, so entitled. Everyone thinks they're important because now we have platforms. Because me and you, Jason, we grew up in the best time ever.
Like you think you important. You going around and not understand that these platforms are just using you for attention. These raccoon platforms are just using you so that you can talk negative about black people and spew your anti-black racism. That's it. Jason Whitlock don't give a damn. You think Jason Whitlock cares about Austin? He don't. He's a tap dancing raccoon. He's a loser. He's a white man ass kisser. He's a fat degenerate. He don't care about your son at all. He just using you to push his narrative. And you try not to fall into it by saying, well, I'm not going to paint the whole black people. It's a subculture. See, he wanted you to fall into that trap where he wanted you to push this anti-black racism. Right? And you try to get up out of it, talking about you don't see race. Yes, you do, Jeff. You call our brother a watermelon felon, which I don't even Family, y'all forgot to ask y'all this, right? I've been waiting to ask y'all this all day. When did watermelon, because this is a new thing I'm hearing. When did watermelon become an insult towards black people? Like what? Like calling black people, oh, you eat watermelon, y'all like, that's an insult to us now? Like, where did this watermelon shit come from? I'm seeing a bunch of white people say that, like, did they create this word for us? Watermelon. Oh, you like watermelon? Okay, yes, I like watermelon. Like, what's the problem? That a bad thing? It's healthy. It keeps you hydrated. It's good for your soul. Good for your health.
No social media, no internet, no cell phone. I do think those three things have contributed highly to the rapid moral decay of society, because technology is a double-edged sword. It is great that we're moving forward and we're learning and we're getting better. But on the other side, you take that technology, just like AI is fixing to do. I'm scared to death of that. Is, don't get dependent and don't let it form your core. That now narratives can be shaped by what they call social influencers. I mean, the name right there says it all. They're trying to influence your way of thinking. If you're going to do that, you might as well move to Russia and live in a socialist society. America is the best country in the world. We have the best freedoms. We have all the rights. But yet some people still feel oppressed, or they want to complain, or they want to. I'm sorry, I have family in the military. I have high respect for veterans. Those people put their butts on the line so you can run your mouth. Don't ever disrespect the flag. Don't disrespect a veteran, because you're disrespecting this country and what it stands for and what we were built on. And if we don't wake up, America, we're going to lose it. We're going to wind up fractured, not united. And if that's how you get conquered, united you stand, divided you fall. And if we don't get united, I won't be here, another 50 years. But I am worried for the future, what it's going to be like in 50 years. So we have to start today. You have to do it. Man, we should have started 10 years ago. Hell, should have started 50 years ago.
Exactly, y'all. Like I'm saying, like watermelon, like they saying watermelon. I'm like, okay. What that mean? Ew, let me show you how fast I'm gonna block you up out of here. Boom, just like that. You see how fast I blocked that ass?
I know is when we took God out of school, I used to say the Pledge of Allegiance every morning, put my hand over my heart. It was very simple. God was in school. We were allowed to pray. Footballs, every time we said a prayer in the locker room before we went out on the field.
Yeah, you ain't lying, Charlie Eggs. I'm fatigued, bro. I'm fatigued.
I didn't have no problem with it.
Smash that like button.
None of my teammates ever had a problem with it. We understood it was a common denominator. We all believed in God. Now, if you don't, that's fine. That's your choice. If you choose to be atheist, that's fine. If you want to be Buddhist or Hindu or Muslim or whatever religion, it's your choice. We have freedom of religion here, which is great. But that doesn't give you the excuse to create violence or to create a false narrative.
What? Y'all are the most violent people in the history of this country. Y'all are your culture is violent, Jeff. Y'all are violent. And the reason why y'all don't want to accept it and it's eating y'all, the reason why y'all be aging so bad like that, you would look at Chud the Builder and you would think he 40 some years old and he just 28. The reason why y'all be aging the way y'all age is because of the lies that y'all be saying, the evilness, the hatefulness. You look 93 years old with a 17-year-old child, Jeff. And the only thing that helps y'all sleep at night is point the finger at black people. We the reason why y'all can sleep at night because y'all try to scapegoat us because y'all are the real victims, Jeffs. Y'all the ones got the victim mentality. Y'all the ones that feel like y'all oppressed because y'all are obsessed with us. Y'all can't be us. Y'all know that we are better. So that's why y'all have to create systems to try to undermine us and not get our just due and then act like we begging for something that we owed. We overcame the worst of the worst in this country, Jeff. And we still standing. We still overachieved over. Come, bro, Jeff, you know our history. You know how black people get down. That's why it's destroying you. But until, because you can hide behind God, you can hide behind your fake religion. But until white America be honest with themselves and stop lying, painting false narratives around black people, and trying to make it seem like that we are y'all problem, all you doing is shooting yourself in the foot, Jeff. And you are going to live a miserable life right along with Jason Fetlock. Look at his face right now. He's an angry old man that's going to go to his deathbed like that with that hatred in his heart towards his own people. You are too, Jeff. Stop pointing the finger at people and point the finger at your community. Y'all got a lot of work. Y'all got a lot of skeletons under your bed. We can't be your scapegoat forever, Jeff. Y'all gonna have to wake up and come on now.
And a lot of people choose to do that nowadays because of those three things: social media, the internet, and cell phones.
I want to go back and you can pass on the question if you want to, but do you have a theory on what Karmelo was thinking at the beginning of the day?
Look, he want to go back to that so bad. How would he know what Karmelo was thinking? See, he like, okay, Jeff, I see what you're doing, but I gotta get my anti-black racism out. I gotta push my narrative out. I gotta make sure that I talk shit about black people. Yeah, let's get back to Karmelo and what he was thinking. How do Jeff would know what he was thinking?
And as he came to the track, he seemed to be looking for conflict.
Looking for conflict.
Well, I'm sorry.
Looking for conflict. This is what they have to tell themselves, family. This is what these people have to lie to themselves. That Karmelo came to this track meet looking for confrontation. He's looking for trouble. And you wonder why I'm not going to let off on these people. Because of the lies that they are painting on our brothers.
I didn't address that the first time, but here's the main thing. I don't know the answer. I was looking for the answer because I thought he was going to testify. Because if you're in a self-defense case, I'm sorry, you need to get up there and tell your story, what you were thinking, why it happened, and why you did what you did.
And your son should have testified because he did 2 interviews after the incidents with 2 different storylines. When he know he got caught up in his lies, and he talking about he was right there and caught Austin in his arms, holding his chest, but he didn't get on the stand and testify for his brother. Why didn't your son get up there and testify, Jeff? Tell the whole story. Tell the whole story, Jeff. Why did Hunter not get up there? Hunter was right there. He was a witness. 21 other people got up there and testified. Why did Hunter didn't testify?
When he chose not to testify, now I'll never have the answer. But that's okay. He can keep it.
I got your answer.
Because he doesn't live rent-free in my head.
Yes, he do.
I'm moving forward.
No, you're not.
Is the again? I don't want you to gossip or whatever, but
look at Jason Whitlock.
Have you heard anyone express a theory like the other kids that?
Bro, this man is trying his best to come up with a story of why. Damn, Jason Whitlock. I get it, brother, but god damn. Did you hear? He asked this man the same question 4 times. Did you hear anything from anybody that Karmelo was trying to do this or he got? God damn, brother. So Karmelo defense wasn't enough. You got to create a story around what you think. Like this man told you he can't speak for Karmelo. Jason Whitlock is just pushing it like.
Have known him. Have you had any?
Look at
First of all, they didn't even call one character witness for him.
That's amazing.
But the most amazing part of the trial, and this is when I felt bad for him. Once the verdict was rendered, his family and other advocates got up and left. They left him by himself for sentencing and for victim impact statements. I was amazed. I actually felt a little bit sorry at that time because I was like, I can't believe you are up here by yourself and you're fixing to go to prison and they abandoned you. It speaks of their character, not mine.
Get in the fight. Get in the fight for Christian conservative and horrific parents. And I think that's been shown that they can't even, if they can't comprehend on here, fearless for a free month of service. I certainly speaks of their character, but I also, just for me, and I'm not asking you to react to this, I'm just speaking to the audience more. It speaks of like, hey, there's something going on here that's unexplained, that this child to some degree is being sacrificed. And when I think of why I do have sympathy for Karmelo Anthony.
No, you don't.
I think he had horrific parenting and horrific parents.
He had horrific parenting, horrific parents. Karmelo Anthony, straight A student. Karmelo Anthony, captain of the football team. Karmelo Anthony, don't have a criminal record. Karmelo Anthony had over 30 scholarship offers to play football, was one of the best in his conference. Karmelo Anthony was raised with 2 parents in a household. Karmelo Anthony had 2 jobs. Karmelo Anthony didn't have any baby mamas. Karmelo Anthony wasn't an adolescent child. Don't have a trouble background. And that's what you want to bring up in court. You know what the court can talk about? His history, because that's what y'all like to bring up. Every time a black person get caught up in the system, y'all go back to their history. Guess what? Y'all can't talk about it. That's why you have to create narrative. That's what Jason Whitlock is trying to do. He's trying to point the finger at something. Oh, Karmelo was trying to join a gang. He was trying to do this. Oh, the parents. They trying to find something to blame because Karmelo Anthony is flawless. Karmelo Anthony is a representative of black people. And they know this, so Jason Whitlock have to curate his own narrative to make him feel good, to justify his anti-black racism. Because Karmelo Anthony had wonderful parents that supported him. Straight A student. On his way to college. He done everything right. But Jeff Metcalf boys sought out to him. Them two boys was the devil. They disrupted that. That was Karmelo Anthony's test. Was those boys right there, because his future was already destined for greatness. But in all our lives, we know we're going to be tested. Because the devil can't stop us from what was already destined, but he can throw banana peels in the road. He know what things that's going to trigger you. If you got a bad attitude, you get triggered real fast. He going to throw that in front of you. This was Karmelo's Anthony test. But they can't criticize him, so they have to create a narrative. Not that it was just a boy that defended himself because he was afraid of his life. No, you know what? He was a part of a gang. You know what? Let's attack the parents.
I think that's been shown that they can't even, if they can't comprehend what he did wrong, how are they able to explain to him what right and wrong so that he would even know?
This is crazy.
And then to abandon him at that darkest hour, sentencing, impact statements, and all that, it feels to me, and I don't know, you know, I'm a bit.
Say it, Jason. Say it. The cash cow. The well ran dry. It's over. No more gifts and go. No more
okay.
Free money. I'm sorry.
What free money?
Yeah, that's what I felt. That's what I felt like. Now I could be way off base.
You is off base, and they need to sue you for that. See, this is the narrative that they trying to run with. Keep talking about this gift and go shit. See, they hung up on this money. Everybody is hung up on this money. These people have to find something because they cannot find anything because the Anthony family is flawless when it comes to this. So they have to point at something. Karmelo was trying to join the game. It was the money. It was the gift and go. It was the parents. It's nothing. Just like the George Floyd situation. Oh, he did this. He pointed the guard at a pregnant woman. He had a fake thing. He did this. He was a gangbanger. See, when it comes to Karmelo Anthony, they don't have anything, family. So what they doing, they speculating, they creating, they throwing false narratives out there. They trying to make it seem like it's, oh, they trying to get some money to cash run dry. Oh, what, fool? Y'all had a GoFundMe, Jeff. You grifting right now. You just said that you don't even work, Jeff. And it looked like you're not even doing well for yourself. And y'all got donations, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but y'all not talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about y'all GoFundMe. Y'all had 2 GoFundMes. One before the trial and one after the trial, but y'all not going to talk about that. Y'all want to count the pockets of the Anthony's family. If we can paint a narrative that they doing something fugazi about the money, that'll get everybody off track. That'll get black people off track because we focus over here. We focus. And they see how focused we is, so they want to try to disrupt it with these lies. But guess what, Jason Fatlock? It's not working. I'm so fucking locked in on this case, boy, you don't understand.
Was like, he's no more use of you. Now you're done.
I don't think they're done using him.
Oh, no, they're not.
I don't think the cash cow has run dry. I actually think their part.
Well, their Ghost and Go was shut down.
Got you, but they're
okay. And you see the contradiction? Their gifts and go was shut down. So why y'all keep talking about imaginary money that they not getting, that they don't have? So now what Jason Whitlock finna do is finna come up with another false narrative because Jason Whitlock just sit up here and lied this whole interview. Just made no facts to back up nothing he's saying. After Jeff just said that they grifting off Karmelo, they trying to make money off Karmelo, the next sentence he said the gifts and go was shut down. The gifts and go was shut down. So what money are y'all keep talking about? They don't have a gifts and go. They been shut that down.
I don't think they're done using him.
Oh no, they're not.
I don't think the cash cow has run dry. I actually think their part.
Well, their Go Sin Go was shut down.
Got you, but they're going to do other things. And again,
I know they've already put out how they've already requested through Venmo, Zelle, Cash App.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still out there. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say what it is. They're grifters.
And you not a grifter? How they grifter because we choosing to support these people? Because we choosing to support our people is grifting now. See, this is what they trying to do in 4K. You guys are witnessing what white people do to try to discredit black people and black families, because we choose to support this family financially because they need us right now, because the daddy lost his job because of these cowards. They are now saying that they are grifting. How is they grifting? Explain that to me, Jeff. They not out here spazzing out on TikTok like you did. They not talking about your son like you talking about their son. They haven't even mentioned Austin. They haven't called Austin a derogatory name. You called Karmelo a watermelon felon. They haven't called your family any names. Your ex-wife. They doing interviews talking about their baby. Look what you doing. You going to Fox News. You going to Jason Wedlock. You going to all these other podcasts. This look like grifting to me. And you trying to send out a back signal talking about that you want to do speeches and you want to do lectures because you want these conservatives to help you out. So this is grifting that you're doing because you wasn't no real father. And I can't wait. Mark my words, family. Megan is going to come out. She's going to come out and expose this clown. I guarantee you, Austin and Hunter's mother is going to come out and expose Jeff. I guarantee you. Somebody is going to expose him out their family.
They are trying to financially profit off the murder of my son that your son killed. And that is despicable.
He defended himself.
There's certainly grifters. But I think there's a reason why they brought Dominique Alexander, a common criminal, into this. I think there will be speculation on my part, all this, but they're going to start 501c3s and other charitable looking deals to invite people to send money in. This is a criminal operation. This is what it feels like to me, that none of this stuff is on accident. Him showing up, looking for conflict with a knife, hiring a Dominique Alexander within. I just saw an interview. This guy was hired within 2 days of this deal. 2 days in, and why? Who?
They got bad advice from somebody, and they took it and they listened to it. And they believed what they were being fed. They were taking it. I feel like they were taken advantage of, but that's their fault. And you know, I'm sorry you chose to go down this path where you want to make it about race and have an advocate who's a convicted felon who claims to be a minister. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, that would be the last person in the world I would want representing me if my son just created this heinous act of murdering someone by stabbing me in the heart at a track meet. And then for them to throw me out of the press conference. So I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but asked to leave, and I left without stabbing anyone.
How did you pull that off? I mean, that's amazing.
That was amazing. You know, my arm was in a sling. They thought I had a gun. I had complete shoulder replacement. I'm like, I couldn't fight a 12-year-old. I mean, dude, I'm 61. I don't fight.
He's 61 and you look like that? And how did you get a shoulder replacement, huh? What happened? Would you like to go in details about your shoulder replacement? What happened? You 61, sir, you look 83. These people sat up here and just lied this whole entire interview. These people is butthurt over the support that we have for the Karmelo Anthony's family. These people is literally chimping out because we are financially supporting our people. Exactly. That's what I want him to ask. Why was what happened to your shoulder? And that's what I was gonna do today. Girl Pink was the Nancy Grace platform. Yeah, he went on Nancy Grace. Right, we gonna cover that one tomorrow. I was gonna do that one today, and we gonna do that tomorrow. Exactly. And let me add a little fuel to the fire, Jeff and Jason. I am going to continue to financially support the Anthony's family. Like I said, I can't wait till they start up another fundraiser, because what we gonna do for this family this time, we gonna show out, and we gonna have y'all up here losing y'all miserable minds, because y'all can keep saying that they grifting or they doing this and they doing this for bit. We got our people, and that's what got y'all mad. See, y'all call it grifting, we calling it supporting our own. Because we saw what they did to our family. We saw what they did to our brother, and we not gonna let y'all get away with that. Nah. We ain't finna leave the Anthony family out to dry. And that's why y'all so mad and y'all trying to discredit them. But it's not working. We too smart, Jeff. We not like Jason Whitlock. He's the dumb idiot. See, he want them butter biscuits from y'all. See, he praise white men like you, Jeff. He don't respect himself because he's fat, he's dusty, he's broke, he's a failed sports commentator. Women don't like him. He can't get his Johnson wet. So he said, you know what? I'm just going to kiss the ass of white men for the rest of my life. And all y'all did in this interview was just fucking lie. That's it.
That's the craziest I've learned. When I'm 18, of course, yeah, I fought. But back then, we just fought with these. We didn't bring weapons. I mean, we used to bring, this is how crazy I used to
Well, sir, y'all can't tell nobody how they can react off getting attacked. You keep saying you brought these, Jeff. You didn't fight nobody, bro. Stop it. You ain't do nothing when Austin kicked your ass. You trying to over-explain, bro. That's what you doing in all these interviews. You over-explaining yourself. And all of this is going to come back and haunt you, Jeff. All of this interviews that you're doing is going to come back and bite you in an ass. Mark my words, family. All of this shit that Jeff is saying in all these interviews, because he's going on a tour, but he want to call the Anthony's families grifters. Okay. Yeah, that's yup. The butterfly. Listen, Nancy is really upset about that OJ trial. That OJ trial still haunts her to this day. That OJ trial is haunting her to this day. Now he ain't gonna tell us what happened to that shoulder.
Boys, this. Because my boys and I, we hunt and fish a lot. And I used to tell them, we would go hunting before school, and we would put our shotguns in our gun rack, in our truck, drive to school, park in the parking lot. Coaches would even say, Metcalf, y'all get anything this morning? Nah, coach, we're going back after practice. All right, see you at practice. And our guns set in our car, playing in the open all day. And we go hunt in the afternoon. Did anybody ever think about shooting someone? Nope. Never crossed our mind. We weren't programmed that way.
Jeff, are you trying to use the excuse of you got your gun? That means you didn't use it to shoot nobody? But if somebody approached you hostile, trying to harm you, You in your stand your ground state. You're not going to use your weapon. Situations change, Jeff, when you got a weapon on you. See, these people really believe that just because you got a weapon on you, that means that you're not going to use it. I am a licensed gun carrier. I own weapons. I carry my weapon everywhere I go. My intentions is not to use it, Jeff. But if the situation change, I am going to use it. What are you talking about? Are you stupid? Are you? Yes, you are stupid. You come from a lineage of ignorant, low IQ people. Oh my God. I can't take this no more, guys. I can't. I'm going to play like a couple of more minutes of this. I can't take this no more.
I knew this. If I did something wrong, I was going to, one, I'd have to answer to the principal. That's nothing. I would have to answer to my mom and dad. There were times I didn't want to go home because I knew what was coming because I'd messed up. And, but my parents,
talk about your arrest record, Jeff.
They raised me the best they could. And I feel like, now, because when I was 18, I thought they were the dumbest people in the world and they didn't know anything. I was 10 feet tall and bulletproof. By the time I reached age 30, I looked back and thought, wow, my parents weren't as dumb as I thought. And even to this day, I can look back and go, okay, I understand this now a lot better, especially now that I'm a father. Because once that alone changes your entire life. And it's the biggest blessing that I could ever ask for. And Austin was the biggest blessing. And Hunter, I had two of the same. It was just amazing that God created this opportunity for me. And yes, he cut my son's life short, but God needed him more than we did.
We told him to leave the tent. We told him to leave the tent. What the fuck is this? What are y'all, the tent police? What is this, Rosa Parks? You told him to get to the back of the bus? The fuck you mean you told him to leave the tent? Why he had to leave the tent? Y'all was getting paid to be the tent police around there or what? Who hired y'all to be the tent Nazis?
Was your son the tent police? Huh? Was they the tent police? Huh, Jeffy boy? He said maybe his dad had married his cousin. It's something going on with that family over there. It's something going on with that family over there. And Jeff is having a hard time with reality right now. Right? Because Jeff refused. I guarantee you, Jeff is not going to go to a platform that's going to give him pushback. Jeff is not going to go to any platform that's going to hold him accountable. He going to go where it's safe. He'll talk to black people, but it got to be a Jason Whitlock. It got to be Anton Daniels. It got to be Officer Tatum. He's not going to come over here to this type of platform and have a real man-to-man conversation. Because I'm giving you the invite, Jeff. If you got any of your handlers up in here, anybody that know Jeff, tell them come over here, shoot me an email. My email is in my bio. We can make it happen tomorrow. But this is not going to help your case, Jeff. You look like a very troubled man. It look like you strung out on drugs. It look like you stink. It look like you haven't taken a bath in decades. You said you 61 years old. That is embarrassing. A 61-year-old man that look like that. You 61 years old with a 17-year-old. I'm 34 years old with a 16-year-old. How, bro? AQ said, how much do a tent police? I don't know. I think Austin thought he was the tent police. What's up, Nathan Thompson? The Harsh twins too. See, he gonna make his rounds. He gonna get over there. The Harsh twins, Officer Tatum's. He gotta go all the way. Just like the lawyer on the Rick Child case, Sean Kent. Sean Kent did 2 interviews. Guess who? I want somebody in the chat. Y'all probably already seen it. Sean Kent, the lawyer of Rick Child, did 2 interviews. Who do you think he went to? I want to see if you guys been paying attention. Where do you think Sean Kent went and did his interviews with after the Rick Child trial? Sean Kent, the lawyer of Rick Child, did 2 interviews. Who do y'all think he went to for his first interview? His first 2 interviews. I got to see the names in the chat before I tell y'all. I want to see if somebody gonna guess. Sean Kent, Rick Child, lawyer, did 2 interviews. Somebody got it right. Robert got it right. Anton and Officer Tatum. Yup. Sean Kent went to Anton, which is an anti-black racist fat boy, and Officer Tatum. Sean Kent, the allegations, bro, it's not going so like you go to 2 records. See, y'all want to go to these platforms where it's safe. Why you don't want to talk to nobody got opposing views of you? Sean Kent, you a lawyer. You afraid? You afraid of some pushback? You a lawyer. You just argue up and down that Rick Child had the right to unalive our little brother, Cyrus, and shoot him in the back. But you gonna go to Anton, and I'm pretty sure your team did they background check on these 2 guys. Oh, these guys right here, they talk negative about black people. Absolutely. Yeah, go over there. Yeah, you good over there. They're not gonna give you no pushback. They're not gonna give you the tough questions. Yeah, go over there with Anton and Officer Tatum. All they do is talk shit about black people all day. You good over there. You gonna be safe. But Jeff, the floor is open to you, sir. But I'm telling you, Jeff, you're going to get exposed, Jeff. The truth is going to come out about you and your family. And those 21 kids that was on that stand that lied, I hope they guilt eat y'all up at night and it force y'all to come out and tell the truth. You still got time. To you 21 witnesses that took their stand against our brother, I hope that guilt is eating you up at night for lying on our brother like that. But if you got any heart, it's okay to come forward and tell the truth. The truth always wins because we know that y'all was coached to lie on our brother. Because I'm telling you, all of this is going to fall and crumble. I feel it. I know it is. That's why they try to make this trial so fast and so swift. They try to hurry up and sweep Karmelo under the rug and get rid of him. Y'all ain't finna get rid of our brother like that. No, the grassroots, we ain't playing no games. We coming for everybody in that county. And Jeff Metcalf, you think you finna have a career in the conservative movement? They don't care nothing about you. You a useful tool for them now. But after the charade of your son go away, they gonna kick you to the curb. They don't need you, just like they did Jason Whitlock. They kicked him to the curb. Yeah, they'll use you right now. But you cannot be a speaker and talk to children when you failed your own child. And Jeff, you know Karmelo Anthony's innocent. You know. And I hope that guilt is eating you up at night because you 61 years old. Jesus Christ. And I hope that guilt is eating Megan up in life. I hope y'all don't have a peaceful night until the truth come out about y'all. I hope that Hunter do not have a peaceful day, a peaceful night of rest until the truth come out. Shout out to Thompson for the $5 super chat. He said, "What's good, bro? I'm new to the channel, just showing love. Appreciate their support, bro. Appreciate their support. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the brotherhood. Welcome. We're family now. Welcome, bro. I appreciate the donation. Means a lot, bro. Means a lot. Welcome. But Jeff, I'm waiting on you. TikTok. Let's have the conversation. No harm, no foul. You was on TikTok live talking. I know I don't, but come on now. You said it's not about race. You're not a racist. Let's talk to a black man then. I'm a supporter of Karmelo. I stand with my brother Karmelo. Are you willing to have a conversation with me? I'm not going to disrespect you or nothing. We're going to have a man. Now, if you take it there, I'm just saying, don't take it there. But we can have a respectful conversation. Don't coward out, Jeff. Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward your whole life. Because I believe you're a coward. Because you go into all these softball interviews and trying to paint your son to be out this nice guy when we know Austin was a devil. He was an evil animal. He wasn't a good child. He was a bully. He was a racist just like you. And you can't hide no more, Jeff. It's going to come falling down on you. Keep talking. Keep exposing yourself. Keep talking, Jeff. Keep it up. Please keep it up. I hope you go to all these raccoons platforms. Because we will get justice for our brother Karmelo. We will. We not stopping. See, they gonna forget about Austin. See, the conservative and the racist, see, they grifting off your son right now. See, they just using you. See, Jason Whitlock and all the rest of these people, they just using you. They gonna get tired of you soon. See, the difference between you, Jeff, and us, the blacks, we gonna stand 10 toes down for hours. Yes, we are going to support the Anthony's family financially. Yes, we're going to make sure that they taken care of. Yes, we're going to make sure that they have money to get on their feet. So that we can continue to make y'all mad. Because we know that's why y'all mad. Y'all mad because we showing up and showing out for the Anthony family. Y'all mad because we talking about it every day. We holding spaces, keeping Karmelo name alive, and not allowing y'all to throw him under the jail and just keep it on the hush hush. Absolutely not. Y'all can throw the family under the bus. Y'all can throw Karmelo under the bus. But y'all can't control nothing, or y'all can't control the narrative. See what it is, family? They can't control the narrative because we got black media now. We control the narrative. That's why they don't want to come over here and talk to us. That's why Sean Kent bitch ass will go over there to Anton and Officer Tatum and play it safe and not come over here and talk to us. Jeff ain't gonna come over here and talk to us. Because we going to call him out on his BS. So he going to go to these conservative platforms where it's nice and safe. People like Jason Fatlock, he going to listen to them. He going to go over there where it's safe, where they just going to nod their head and agree with him. Yup, you right. Karmelo was a gang member. Karmelo, he had the intent. He premeditated this. Our brother Karmelo was at a track meet supporting his school. If y'all didn't know he had that knife to use it on Austin, y'all wouldn't even care. Our brother was sitting down minding his business, bro. He wasn't bothering nobody. He wasn't antagonizing nobody. But Jason Whitlock and the rest of these white people out here is trying to make it seem like our brother was out to look for trouble and look to unalive somebody. What history you got to back that up? The courts couldn't even argue Karmelo Anthony's history because he was flawless. Talking about, he didn't have any witness, any character witnesses to come up there to speak on his character. He don't need it. Look at his history. No criminal record. He don't need nobody to come talk about that. Straight A student. Look at his grades. He don't need nobody to talk about that. Work 2 jobs. He don't need nobody to talk about that. Captain of his football team. He don't need nobody to talk about his character. It speaks for itself. His resume speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. That's why y'all got to create this fallacy of what Karmelo was trying to prove, and he baited somebody to do something to him. Okay. Oh, hold on. Jay, what we got? We got a troll in here? Let me see. Where they at? Not organized crime running the courthouse in Texas. Such a... let me get you up out of here. Bam. Okay, cool. All right, family. It was a good show. Yeah, they want to push a narrative that he's violent. But it's cool. They can keep doing that. But we control the narrative over here. Black people are out to get me. Black people, Karmelo Anthony supporters are out of control. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. And we not letting up. So these shaming tactics that y'all trying to, no. It's free Karmelo. It's free Karmelo. It's free Karmelo. We gonna stand on business behind our brother. So y'all can keep chipping out, getting mad. But salute to the family. It was a damn good show. Appreciate to all the family that donated to the show. I really appreciate it. I don't ask for the donations, but I really, really appreciate it.